and you're a new dad.
Yeah, we're done.
So
we're tapped out. That's it. Show's over.
This video is sponsored by Dunkaroos, bringing child wonderment back into our terrible, terrible lives.
When you have to dunk your roux,
Dunk it in the Dunkaroo.
get your Dunkaroo.
Oh, dunk your roux.
All right, I can tell that these are made for children because there's no way I could actually get the cookies into the dunk.
Oh yeah, your hands are too big.
You got those big gorilla.
Gorilla dick hands, yeah.
Meat hooks.
Already with the language? You guys are heathens. Sick of hanging out with y'all.
I mean, who was doing it for the first 15 episodes? You got it on us.
I learned it from watching you.
You.
Yeah, yep.
Podcast was funny last week, though.
Okay.
All right.
Ghost of Ravenswood, what's up?
I'm just gonna throw this shit over.
We
here.
may or may not have a ghost. I mean, like, Alan and me get pissed off all the time at shit that, like, you put down one spot and it disappears.
It literally is gone.
And it's happened for years. And it's not just us. Like, it happened to Joe and Janine and, you know what I mean?
Maybe Bill does this thing like, I'm going to make Owl laugh by hiding his stuff.
Except for what happens when he only works 2 days a week and it's happening on days he's not here.
So I had to pick up William today because his dad's not doing so
Good
hot.
shit. We're praying for Mr. McGully Sr.
So
He's got the
I had to pick him up today, which is always a treat.
An interesting experience,
Yeah,
as Al would say.
You know.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, how?
And his little hobble.
I just can't.
Hobbit
I
hole.
just don't get what makes it
What?
interesting.
Okay, so I got all right. So I got my little blue buggy that I drive because it's
A Ford Escape, right?
It's good on gas, right? But the whole front passenger side where you put your feet is covered with water bottles.
Oh, you're that kind of guy?
Yeah.
Well, it's a finished water bottle. I just pitch it over there.
Time is like 50.
Yeah. So Bill's trying to get in, and it's just fucking funny.
He's not the spryest guy out there to begin with.
So I gave him a ride home the other day, and I still got the rental, and he gets in and he like almost falls, and he's like, "Oh man, this is really low," and I'm like,
It's like hanging out with Bill is like seeing the world through a child's eyes, because he experiences new things that should have happened to him a very long time ago.
The best was we picked them
unless
up.
it's something that's current news on Fox, then it's not really like talking to a child.
Yeah.
The best was we picked them up one time. Remember when we did dinner in the park?
Yes.
So we picked them up.
Dinner in the park.
Yeah. It was during COVID, and we couldn't.
We didn't want to go sit somewhere and eat, but Janine still wanted to get together and do something.
Yeah, so we went to the park.
Indian.
Did you guys socially distance?
No, but we went to the park.
What park?
Sherrillbrook?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, New Harbortown Park?
Yeah. So, but Angie and I picked him up when she had her pickup truck.
Oh, did he have to sit in the back of the pickup truck?
Well, yeah,
like
but
the cab?
it was a big pickup.
Yeah, but
truck.
still, that's a high step up.
It's extended cab. There's oh shit handles. There's a running board.
Handles.
It was like a procedure. I'm like, Bill, you want to ride back with us? No, I'll go with the Bill.
That made me feel a little bit better about my life. The oh shit handle and the Dunkaroo. That is.
Yeah.
There must be a COVID out. Like my sister took her and her kids went to Boston for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They did the aquarium, the obligatory whale watch.
Yeah.
Then they went to Salem. So they came back. All of them have COVID. My mom has COVID.
I got an overnight coworker. Like I don't see him. Like he works overnight. So he just called out today.
COVID?
Yeah. It's positive.
Listen, it's a virus. It goes around. It's gonna be like a cold. So
I want the monkey whatever.
Yeah, the monkeypox.
I'm just wondering if those COVID tests are because.
Did you see where 90% of them come from?
New York.
Where?
China.
Where?
China.
China.
He does.
China.
But I wonder because a regular cold is a novel coronavirus, isn't it? Just way stepped down because of years of mutation.
Yeah.
So like maybe it's picking up the proteins from a regular, because summer colds are a bitch. They
they suck
up.
because it's hot out and you feel like garbage.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's just, I don't know.
It's time. We're all hanging out again, and I don't know. It's the virus that's the summer version.
Yeah.
Like how they do like summer fuel.
So how come you didn't go to Boston? They didn't even invite you?
No.
Who said F you?
Well, what am I going to bring, a fucking toddler? Oh, not even a toddler,
To the whales.
a 3-week-old?
A l'enfant.
Yeah. So how's that going? Fun? Parenting is a joy.
It's boy, it's not what I thought it was gonna be like. It's bouts of extreme monotony mixed with like rage induced, then moments of like extreme love and joy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like these peaks of
Like
I
completely here's what I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I completely get where you're coming from. And my toddler is 128 weeks old or whatever. I don't know, he's 20 years old, and I still have that on a daily basis. Including the screaming and crying.
But you know what saved my life? The Al bouncer. So today we did the holding, the carrying, the rocking, the sleeping, the swing. Then I'm like, fuck it, I'm going with the Al bouncer because that's what we call it.
Right.
So I put her in. It's got a vibe, the whole thing vibrate. So I put her in. She's like, I'm not fucking with this. She looks at me. She goes like this. I was like, oh wait. And she's like, oh wait a minute now. And she fell asleep. And my fucking, I'm not swearing, but my fucking dog
woke her up,
comes and starts licking her face. She was sleeping for 35 minutes and my idiot starts, I was like, you cork soaker. I was very frustrated. I was in slow motion because I hear the dog get up. And then I don't hear anything. It's like, oh no. So I go around the corner. It was like this Zabruta film in slow motion. I'm like, no. And the dog's like, and that kid goes, I'm like, fuck.
Do you guys swaddle at all?
Gotta swaddle.
You gotta.
But my daughter she doesn't like to have her arms down.
Oh.
So sometimes we swaddle her and just leave her arms up. But then sometimes she doesn't like that. So sometimes she likes one.
Yeah.
And then that rotates. It's like a nightmarish
puzzle that you can't figure out.
No.
It's more like this thing that you want a manual for, but there's no manual.
God, if there was.
Because I mean, like even all the people that write children's books or whatever, how could it possibly pertain to every child?
And then they say like, oh, if it's a cry with a
certain
flutter, yeah. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Man, dudes build their entire lives behind writing these books
I'm gonna write a book.
just to sell to parents like you.
What's it gonna be called?
How to Ignore a Baby.
That's why I go, Hope, let's just let the baby cry. She's like, you can't until they get older because they don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, let's not that. Plus, it's 89 degrees in my house.
No AC.
No AC? I thought we were gonna fix that.
Yeah. We had a guy come to the house and
we got a guy we could give you.
We got multiple guys now.
Well, I'm thinking of one for sure, but
an HVAC guy.
Yeah.
We have another person coming to give an estimate because it's a guy I know who.
And you've shared space with him several times.
Who?
He loves you.
Well, I don't know about that. I just meant they were at the movies together for any of the times I've had movies.
Who?
His name's Roger.
Oh yeah, Roger doesn't love me. I don't think.
I don't think Roger.
Everybody loves
I don't think Roger has an opinion about you one way or the other. To be honest.
We almost got into a fist fight that one day here.
I don't
remember that.
Yeah.
Or he said something. I go, what? I said, what's your problem? And this and that.
Yeah.
You and Roger are very similar in the way that like you'll talk and you seem real serious about something and then you're really not.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are like he'll probably see you and then like not remember because like he was just probably getting.
Oh, he's an HVAC guy.
Yeah. He's Honeywell, baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had a new subscriber and this dude commented on last video. I'll have to look at the name because I didn't familiar. Goes. The comment was like, "This brings a tear to my eye. I love you guys." So whoever said that, one of you 43.
It's got to be somebody who's like actually nice. Cause
was it Storm something? Chris Storm something? Maybe I'm just thinking.
There was somebody else you were supposed to ask me about. I don't remember. I still haven't looked. But
the girl. Yeah.
You were like, "Do you know this person?"
Yeah, I got it. Remind me. I'll show you.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
So you suffered through the steps of baby crying.
Yeah, it's like because
it's an eternal struggle until it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the deal with Labyrinth?
I don't know. Did you have that vinyl?
I gotta look.
Yeah.
I got a box for all the ones that I've kept.
Oh yeah.
So
do you have a record player?
Bought one after.
Did you?
I bought one after this.
Would you buy one of those Crossley deals?
And one of the new ones. I got it at Walmart.
I got that thing out in the car.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I'm excited
Cool
about that.
thing.
Yeah.
Al found like a Sesame Street vinyl at
Yeah, for the kid.
Oh,
yeah,
there you go.
that's
Because
sweet.
I went garage sale.
Yeah.
But I went to
Did you
go
get a
try
good
to.
deal?
Huh?
Did you get a good deal?
On the record?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
25 cents?
No, a little bit more.
A little more?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask you. Did you haggle?
No, I sent the wife to haggle. I walked away.
Now what? Now okay. So where do you start? Like if
Oh,
something's $1 at a garage sale, are you going for the 75 cents?
I personally would not haggle on that.
On $1,
I had
just let it go.
by the time I found this album, I had already spent all my money anyway.
Also,
Did you get some good stuff that you?
Yeah, I got a lot more Legos.
Also, pro tip. I mean, I don't know if you actually did this or not. I feel like you didn't. When I used to go garage selling, rule of thumb, $200 $1 bills.
Oh,
All ones.
it's not a bad idea.
Yeah. And then usually what I did was I had the majority in this pocket, right? And I would have like 20 in this one. So that way, like when they start to be like, oh, I'm like, oh, all right, I only got this much.
That's good. I only got this. That's
Yeah.
good.
And you pull out the wad, and you're like, it's all ones.
Yeah, that's got to be a grip too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, but even like if you got a 20 stack on the other side, you're just I guess 21.
Well, I got recommended this thing on YouTube about like the top things you didn't know about Labyrinth. Like, did you know that they wanted originally Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson was signed to be the Jared.
Oh yeah, to be the Goblin King.
That would not have been good. But
it would have been. It would have been great
that's
in the opposite direction.
That's a Mandela effect if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
well, because remember what was it? Return to Oz, that fucking travesty, or no, Meet the Wiz. Wasn't that the Michael Jackson movie where it's kind of like Wizard of Oz, The Wiz?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That movie was creepy. Anyway, I listened to the sound. I was like,
what you're talking about.
That Michael Jackson The Wiz movie.
Yeah, no, I'm saying look who you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, but that's when he was.
Top
So
of
you
the
thought.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah, top of the top.
But you got. I mean, still, dude.
You know
Thriller
what happens?
and
You know what
Bad.
happens? Well, don't get me wrong. I like the music.
Yeah.
But this is one of those separate the artist from the person deals. Because like, if anything, being top of the top, and you're like that, just gives you plausible deniability.
He was acquitted of all charges.
Just like the Juice.
Now,
The
club
what?
did
The
not
Juice.
acquit.
Juice.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The club did not acquit. What the fuck?
That's why he's only at the one goal.
Yeah. That's true.
What else did you learn then?
What are we talking about?
The Labyrinth.
Oh, there was a bunch of them.
Yeah, just because like I got your message the other day, I'm looking at this, and I mean like I bought it, like I paid for that, like I didn't just get to keep that, but like I'm like look at this, I'm like what's this sudden interest in the Labyrinth all of a sudden?
Yeah, because you can't. I looked to order it.
Oh yeah.
It's.
There might be remakes of it. Like I know there's lots of vinyls now.
There
that
was
are,
like 6 years ago. There was a 25-year anniversary or 50 or I don't know 30.
Yeah.
So they released them and now they're out of print. So like on eBay, they're like
all of them are now. So all of them are money probably.
Yeah. I mean like I think the cheapest one I saw was like $80 or something.
I gotta show you. I meant to send you a picture. I gotta show you what I got from this week because I didn't get it until Saturday morning.
Oh, cool.
So.
Yeah, nobody bought any of those pops, huh?
Not yet.
I doubt anybody. I think pops are over with.
I don't know.
I'm glad I'm out of it though.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I have like maybe 10 or 12 that I really like and would keep regardless just because they're cool.
Yeah.
I think Marvel really fucking stinking shit the crap the bed.
Not Marvel, Funko.
No, because I hate the bobblehead.
Mm.
I think it makes them look cheap and crappy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of cool designs, but they're ruined by that stupid bobblehead BS.
Well, they've branched off into so many different like fields with the Funkos. You know, there's like scenes, there's vehicles, there's, you know what I mean.
And I think there's like one Wolverine pop like from the very first one that wasn't bobblehead. It's worth like.
Well, all the OGs are. You know what I mean? Like OG Batman over the 100 Batmans they've done since.
Yeah, like I have a Cheshire Cat from like the first run of Alice in Wonderland stuff.
Yeah.
It was worth like a couple of grand.
I spec'd on a few Pokemon ones that I'm still sitting on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because those were all Target exclusive to start.
Robin 1/2 Manual?
Yeah.
But you know, in 20 years, when we have another ultra pandemic that is supposed to wipe out half the world, pops will probably go back and they'll be worth 50 times what they were before.
Yeah.
So
So I'm out garage sailing, right? And Gunlaw Chris was out too.
Oh, he was with you?
Yeah.
No, he was on. We were separate. We were both out.
Mm.
They ran
So-
each other in the wild.
So he literally calls me. He's like, "Hey, you got to come down to King Street. I got a Juju Jai Jam Ramen 1/2 manual situation."
Yeah? What do you have?
So I go, "All right, we'll be down in a minute." So we left where we were and we head down to King Street. And there's this kid and he's sitting there with a little card table. He wasn't a kid. He was probably 14, 15 years old, maybe 16. I don't know.
That's so
You're a
good.
punk ass little kid, right? And he's sitting there, and he's got these binders, and he did have a shit ton of Magic and Pokemon.
Mhm.
And the Pokemon, they're all foils and shit. And he's like, so the kid, I'm like, what do you want for? And the kid's not saying anything. Well, the father comes over, and he's like, yeah. This one right here is worth at least $400. So we're not taking anything less than $2.25. And he just kept running. The guy kept bah. And he's like, yeah, I looked it up on eBay, and this one's going for $3,000. And once people do that to me,
Bye.
You're at a garage sale, my friend.
well, not even that.
You're running a garage sale here.
Yeah, but when people do this, I looked it up on eBay. My brain turns off,
Yeah.
and
As soon as I hear eBay.
yeah, I'm gone. And I'm like, sorry, I gotta walk away. So I
There's-
walked away.
There's a time and a place for that, but that's not the place. Because I
Yeah.
I like the eBay, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
go around quoting it like gospel at garage sales.
Yeah.
At that point, I was gonna take out my TCG app and go bleep and see what it pinged up, but
Yeah.
I
There's no
was,
point.
Yeah, I was annoyed. So I'm like, okay, we're walking away.
Yeah.
So I left, and I found out today that a guy we know stopped down there and scooped him up for $2.25.
The whole binder?
All of it.
Oh.
All the Ramen 1/2 manual and the Juju Jai Jam.
For $200?
$2.25.
So the guy was just blowing smoke, or why would he let everything go then?
No, that's what he wanted for the whole thing. But
Oh,
started
I
off-
thought that was for one card.
No,
so
he,
did I.
he
Yeah.
started going off with the one card was worth $400, and I'm like, I'm out.
How many cards are we talking here?
Probably like not the big binders like we have, but a little 1-inch binder. So I don't know, maybe you could fit 20 pages in there at a time.
You had a couple, you said that, right?
Yeah, he had 4 or 5. It was a nice stack of cards, but me not being a card guy, in my head I'm 2.5 cents a card. And that's where I was at. So when you count it up, you got 1,000 cards, you're gonna get $25. You got 10,000 cards.
Well, I went to a comic store in Syracuse that will remain nameless, and I brought some stuff up to the counter, and the dude's like, we don't, he's like, I didn't see any prices on these. He's like, we don't price because we check eBay. And then I was like, you know what? Take these and shove them up your ass, and I'm out of here.
Yeah,
You
I
sound
would
like
hate
that.
Exactly. I was like, because, dude, you're running a storefront. You don't have any prices on anything in your.
Comic Zone?
No, it was
Play the game?
It was the place, yeah, but not the one in the mall, like the
Yeah,
one
the
that's-
Spaghetti Factory one.
Yeah,
Oh, that's new. They didn't used to do that.
it was the whole section where
They actually have like labels that they make themselves with the name and the price and all that.
I mean, that place was weird. I don't know if it was stuff that he had just put out or something,
Mhm.
but like I've got some really good books there.
Yeah, in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I that kind of stuff, and that's like the same thing if you go to a garage sale or an antique show or something, and you go up and there's no price on it. I'm not dealing with that. I know what stuff's if it's something that I know about, I know what it's worth, and if it's something that I don't know about but I'm interested in, and you don't have a price, then I'm instantly disinterested.
We got to come up with a plan for Balkville.
Gunlock Chris said if we get a go-kart, he'll chauffeur us around.
Why don't you get a mobility cart?
A mobility cart, like a
A hover around.
yeah. No, I don't want to look like that kind of Hanya. I can walk. I would rather suffer and walk.
I have not heard that word in a long time.
Hanya?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
It's a
I
great
don't know,
word.
it's like yeah.
It's just a fun word for like you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Because, dude, that's a lot of walking.
Yeah, but if we could zip around.
I have a feeling I mean, like I've done Balkville a couple of times. Like I feel like in 2022, Balkville will disappoint. No,
I always fucking kill Balkville.
Balkville's the same place
wise.
like where we like hear like people like antique places trying to do the same shit. Where like I saw this like on like they won't say that to you, but the tag that'll be on the comic.
Well, there's a Balkville cheat code. First of all, you don't go into the paid tents. You stay the hell away from those.
Yeah, I know. You go to the road
just
and
walk
the side and stuff.
Like, dude, I've gotten like I got that whole like 9/8 collection of Preacher, the entire run. Like I've gotten Devil Dinosaur, that complete run. I'm talking for like $25.
Are you 10.0 in me?
I am.
Oh. Okay.
Speaking of,
but I always hit real. I just want to say because I always hit really.
Who was here? Who was here? Who was here? Raise your hand if you were annoyed on Friday. Okay, just checking, gentlemen. There's a thing.
I saw etiquette. Hot lava shooting out of your eyes.
There's an etiquette I think that I was taught about collecting. Okay, I don't care if it's comics. I don't care if it's Matchbox cars. We all have things that we collect.
Mm-hmm. And
when you say, "Oh, I have this," whatever it might be, and the person sitting next to you says, "I have that. Mine's better than yours."
Every time.
Every time. Especially, yeah. After a while.
That's the same person that, like, you know, when you were a kid, like, on the playground, they were the one telling you that they were going to get their older brother or their cousin or whatever to come beat you up. You know what I mean? Like, the tall tales.
So, he used to bother me a lot more with this, and I used to try to compete. Well, I have this. Well, I have that. He does have a nice collection. I have not seen it, but
he's seen it.
According to him, he's got a nice collection. But I was also in here one day when I first started, and this guy comes in and he goes, he asked for Joe. I'm like, no, Joe retired. He's like, oh, shucks. He goes, I wanted to show him some comics. I go, oh, I like comics. Let me see. Dude pulls out Batman 4, 5, and 6. Not New 52 bullshit. I'm talking OG 1938, 1940 Batman.
Why haven't we connected him and Rob yet?
To sell?
Huh?
Why haven't we connected him and Rob yet?
Who?
10.0.
Because I.
Oh, this is 10.0. They had the 4, 5, and 6?
No, this is this other guy.
Oh.
So, in talking with the other guy who is super cool, he has, and I'm not bragging for him or about him, but he has almost every Batman. Current.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Rob.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I learned instantly, maybe you don't want to brag about your comic collection because there's always a bigger fish out there.
That's what my dad always used to say. No matter how big and bad you think you are, there's always a guy out there that can beat your ass.
So one day...
So shut your mouth.
So one day 10.0 was in here, and the other guy was in here too. He's over there looking, and he's like, oh, I have this thing, mine's 9 point, and I have this thing, and this guy's over there with his mouth shut. And with his knowledge and my knowledge, that he has nearly every Batman. I mean, he's in. I think he's in
under 7 or 8 now.
Yeah, he's in the single digits that he needs. Yeah. So don't brag about your collection. It's okay to be proud of your collection.
That's why, like, I try to knock him down as much as I can, because he's just so fucking cocky.
You like that?
I have a lot of comics. I have a lot of comics.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of comics, and I love comics. But you know what? Some of mine are pieces of garbage that I bought for a quarter. Literally, I have X-Men. I have X-Men 3. Everybody, guess what? My copy is probably worth $7 because it's a beat up Marvel chipped out copy that I bought literally for a quarter at Balkville.
Nice.
But I bought it with my own stinking money. A quarter that I scrounge out of my couch.
Yeah, like, I have really super nice, expensive books, but like one of my favorite ones is that the first appearance of the Infinity Gauntlet that I got Jim Sarlin to sign himself. That's like one of my favorite books because I found it at a shit garage sale. I had him sign it. It's not worth much to anybody else, but to me, it's the greatest thing ever. You know.
But this every book. Oh, I got that 9.0 newsstand direct / edition they cut it in half and sent half to the newsstand and half to the direct, and then got it back and put it together. And mine's 10.0.
Oh, I got a jeweler's mark variant.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what you got.
That reminds me.
I got a Canadian. I got
a 35-cent variant on that.
I had 12 pence Avengers the other day.
Mine's a 12 pence Avengers. Fuck you.
So remember those books? You remember I was like, "That's a Rye Dog book" the other day. So I went through a bunch of those. Whoever sold you those, did you look through those? They're all cut up on the inside.
I've been looking through some of them.
Yeah, like I went through like I think I bought 14, like 7 or 8 of them.
What were they?
Just like the cool, like the old haunted covers.
Yeah.
And,
but I'm saying, like a lot of those were I priced low, like the buck,
no,
$2
I'm not
ones,
saying because I wanted. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Somebody else might
like,
come and be like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, sure, but yeah, I mean, like when they're priced that low, they're priced that low for a reason.
Yeah. I just didn't know if you guys knew, because it looks like he almost went through and made like a collage with panels.
It was a house cleaner type person, like he found it in an attic type deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he had no knowledge about what that was.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Yeah, he gets.
Then he broke my chops about a book that I made a mistake on.
Oh, that stupid.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I made a mistake. It happens. I'm a human.
I mean, you're running a business. You're seeing thousands of comic books on a monthly basis. Like.
Yeah. Then the other thing that he did to me, he goes.
This is like a full therapy session.
Yeah, no, I was so pissed, and he comes in and he goes, "Wow, you have that many people?" Because there was a bunch of people buying new stuff. And he goes, "Wow, you have that many people buying new stuff?" I'm like, "What the fuck do you think are my subscribers, you knucklehead?"
No, I bought the business so I can sell fucking back issues for an extra 25 cents. Like,
he's like, "Oh, did you get anything new?" I go, "Mike, we have so much new old stock, and we don't know what to do with it. We're literally tripping over it in the back." Oh, you do? Anything good?
And then he like starts trying to touch the stuff, and I'm like, "Hey, I got an order. Leave it alone." But anyway,
and we're not buying comics because the prices are low. Did you get that?
Oh, that was another thing. Yeah.
We're not buying comics because the prices are low. That's when you buy.
No, he said. I think he said
because they're going down.
Yeah. I was like, this is the time like when it's a bear market, you buy stock.
It's gonna go up.
Yeah.
Especially when it's older, out of print stuff, like it's.
Yeah, because a bear becomes a bull.
You're a bear.
It's the way the world works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Jesus, sorry about that. Sorry, everybody. I apologize.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you gotta get that stuff off your back sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I think sometimes he does that stuff to be kind of ball breaky, but some people just aren't good at ball breaking.
No.
And it pisses you off.
Jeff?
Huh?
Jeff?
10.0.
No, I know, but I was bringing up what you just said after that.
Oh, who's Jeff?
Jeff's fine.
I meant like not being good at ball breaking.
Oh. Who's Jeff?
Lewis.
Who's Jeff Lewis?
No, the old guy that sits here.
Oh! I'm sorry. I never, Dude, so
Is that your bad attempt at trolling?
No, my mom has COVID, so I went to pick up her prescriptions at the thing. So I go to the pharmacy yesterday after listening to a baby cry for 3 straight days. I'm delirious. I haven't slept.
Yeah.
So the lady goes, "What's your mom's name?" I'm like, "Donna." She's like, "What's her last name?" I'm like,
Sutherland.
And I like stumbled on it. And she goes, "Okay, when's your mom's birthday?" I'm like, 1/6, I don't know. She goes, I go, "It's horrible. I don't know my mom's things," right? So she goes, I go, "It's 1/6, and then I say the date." She goes, "No." I go, "I know it's at least 1/6. She goes, "No, it's not."
Oh, wow.
Like, "What is it?" She goes, 1/8. I'm like, "Okay." Then I say this date. She's like, "Nope." I'm like, "I don't care. It's shit." I go, she goes, "Okay, that's fine. What's her address?" I'm like,
"I don't know."
I can't pull it. Because you know
what?
I get really
You should have just said, "I just had a baby."
I did. I said, I go, "Listen, lady, the baby's been crying for 3 days. I'm at my wit's end. She's got COVID. I'm just coming here to get." I go, "It's apartment F22. I know that much." She goes, "What do you want from me, dude?" I go, "Just give me the shit." It was like diabetes test strips. That's
Yeah.
all it was.
Yeah.
I go, it's not like you're giving me OxyContin. So I had to call my mother. And then her phone just keeps breaking up. So I'm like, hello, Mom? She's like, oh, there? I'm like, shit! I'm like, what's your birthday? I'm screaming at Kenny's. I'm like, what's the birthday? And everybody's staring at me. I'm like, the birthday, Mom! Mom,
In Clinton?
give me the meatloaf. The meatloaf. I was at Kenny's Drugs in Clinton.
Oh,
Which
we
is
know
like
the
a,
manager.
it's like a backwater mom and pop shop. I mean,
Yeah.
not backwater, but
It's small.
Yeah.
It's small little
So I'm
shop.
just, I'm wearing my Slayer pentagram Satan awaits shirt. I'm going, fuck!
Oh my god.
Like people are just like, ew, clutching their pearls.
The meatloaf.
So I finally got the right date and I got the shit. And my mom's like, hey, go get a ham and I'll make you some ham salad.
Ooh,
So
you
I
like
got
the ham salad.
Oh, this ham salad is good.
I had some really good
You
chicken
put it on
marsala.
crackers?
Have you had ham salad?
Hey, do you put
Friday,
It
I'm going to bring you guys 2 sandwiches.
do you put it on crackers or sandwich?
Sandwich, you said.
Sandwich. I can do a cracker, but
Why forfeit the meal?
yeah. Because I like to get, there's a ham salad cheat code. Potato bread, toasted.
Okay. I'm down with it. I'm
Ooh,
down
And
with
not
it.
a chip, a cracker.
Fine.
For some reason, chips don't go good with ham salad. You need a cracker.
Yeah.
Okay.
A hearty cracker. Maybe a chicken in the biscuit.
Yeah.
But you don't want to mix chicken with ham. It's a little
Yeah,
odd.
no, yeah, that's like
No.
not kosher.
I got another one for you that I had over since our last podcast.
Okay.
All right, so I've had 2 good pasta dishes in the last week. One was from a restaurant, but the other was somebody made me. Well, they made it, and I got some. It wasn't for me.
Oh, it was not for you.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
So have you ever had baked mac and cheese, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know how some people they do like the Ritz on
Oh,
top?
yeah. Hope's mom does that.
So this person did something else. Graham cracker.
Oh, yeah?
It sounds weird,
Yeah.
but it was good. Yeah, it had to be it had to be plain honey. You can't get any of the like cinnamon graham cracker or chocolate or whatever. But broken up the same way you would do Ritz,
Huh.
and it was like sweet and savory.
That actually
It
sounds
was-
pretty good.
I had the same reaction at first. Was just like,
Did they tell you before you dove in?
yes. I got to react, and I was
No
just like,
kidding. Huh.
so something to consider the next time you want to make some baked mac and cheese.
Maybe I'll do a half and half, maybe half graham, half Ritz.
compare it and see what's what.
What was the other pasta dish?
This one. So one of my coworkers at 911, also kind of like how I moonlight here in 911.
Yeah.
She works at a restaurant in Camden, so every week she calls and like
Camden.
she calls and
You
like
ever
asks
been to
people.
Camden?
Yeah, we call it Zone 7.
Yeah, you know what's in Zone 7? A whole fucking lot of nothing.
Where's Camden past? Like, what's it?
North of Southern Beach.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you
You
go.
go to Iowa and you keep going north
Yeah,
until you hit
north.
Canada.
Yeah,
It's
I-80.
called Buttfuck, Idaho?
Yes.
Fuck, Idaho was not a character in Dune.
I don't know.
Oh, Duncan, Idaho. Sorry.
Same thing.
So she asks, like, she'll be working the restaurant one night and then she'll be at 911 the next morning. She asks us sometimes, like, hey, you want anything? And she'll bring it and we'll
It's
pay
a
her.
bear shit in the woods?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, shitting bears.
So I looked at the menu and I'm like, chicken marsala. So I'm a big fan of mushroom and chicken and gravy and whatever, and they do it over like angel hair. That's just like, sign me up. And I heated that shit up.
No jokey. What's the name of the restaurant?
Vicoli's. So yeah.
Hmm.
Graham crackers and mushrooms.
Now, I'm going to go real douche nozzle here, but
What?
my favorite pasta dish of all time doesn't come from like a mom and the pop. It comes from Red Lobster.
Mac and cheese.
No, it's
Shrimp Alfredo.
it's chicken.
Well,
It's
you're
like a spicy chicken noodle.
I was gonna say, you're already crossing into weird territory. You said Red Lobster and then you said chicken.
Yeah, because I don't like seafood. I'm allergic to shellfish.
So why the fuck are you Red Lobster?
Because Hope's parents loved it, like their family loves to go to Red Lobster.
So they're,
And dude,
Yeah.
I could eat
cheesy biscuits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Cheddar Bay biscuit
Oh,
out of a
Cheddar-
roadkill skunk's ass.
Yeah, Cheddar Bay biscuits are the devil.
Yeah,
Mm.
like an elephant could run the Boston Marathon in a snowsuit while shitting itself on the rag, and I would suck a Cheddar Bay biscuit off its ass.
I actually I helped plan a baby shower once, and they sell those. Like, you can buy them like a la carte.
Yeah, not as good though.
No, from there. Like, you can go in and say.
I thought you meant the box mix.
No. You can go in and say, hey, I want 100 Cheddar Bay biscuits, and it's like 5 for every 6. 5 for like every half dozen.
Really?
And when you're not like sitting down to eat.
So wait, $100 will get you 20 sets of 5?
No more.
I could
$5
eat
gets
all
you six biscuits. So 100 would get you like 120, or no?
It'll get you 60.
I could eat every single one of those.
Yeah, either way, a lot of biscuits.
I could eat for $100 worth of biscuits. I could eat them all, and I would.
Wait. Let's
I would
legitimately.
put cash money on that deal.
How many Cheddar Bay biscuits could you do in a clip?
Easily, I could take down 100.
Really, 100?
If I'm sitting there eating other food.
No, I'm just talking Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I mean, 100 is a lot.
Up? Any extra sauce?
We're talking just Cheddar Bay. Just
Do I get
biscuit.
a drink?
Well, fuck yeah, you get a drink.
As many as you give me.
I wouldn't do anything but agua.
I think I could do 40.
I bet I could take down easy 100.
I think my eyes would be bigger than my stomach on those. I probably could do maybe max 25.
Oh, I could do overtime. I've probably legitimately had
Have you
18.
Have you guys ever tried any of these eating challenges?
Just Chubby Bunny.
I used to do.
Budgie Bunny? What Budgie Bunny?
OG Bella Mia used to have a Riggy challenge. I mean, I did that one. I got the shirt a couple times.
Really? How many pounds of Riggies was it?
I don't remember, but enough to like force through the meal. But you gotta. There's tricks. You can't do soda.
Yeah.
Because they try to offer you that shit up front. You fucking push the salad aside because there's a salad.
Yeah.
Do you have to eat the salad to get the challenge?
No.
So
they don't tell you that. You assume it because it comes in front of it.
Yeah.
So about 10 years ago, I was at a Comic-Con in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Altoona.
And like 35, 40 minutes north of it is this place called Denny's Beer Barrel Pub.
Burgers.
And they have the biggest burger on record or something. It's like this big.
PA?
Yeah.
Was this in Man vs. Food too?
Yeah.
He did
Probably.
one.
Yeah. So I'm
show.
like, let's go there and try the burger. So me and Alex and shout out to Mikey Wood and a couple other people, 22-foot tall Chris Brown.
So some big boys.
Yeah, we hopped in my expedition and we drove. So we finally get to Denny's Beer Barrel Pub at about 9 o'clock at night. And so they have what they call the 2-pound pub challenge. So it's a 2-pound burger. Okay. It comes with like 7 or 8 condiments, and you can only remove like 1. So it's a cheeseburger. There's like banana peppers and all. So I nixed the banana peppers.
Yeah.
And
What else was on it though?
Mustard, ketchup, pickles, a bunch of shit.
Bacon?
Onion, something like I can't remember. There's 7 condiments.
Shrooms?
Shrooms, I don't like.
So I got it, Mikey Wood got it, and Alex got it.
How old's Alex at the time?
10 years old.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm like, we're going to do this thing. And Chris Brown said, you're an idiot. And he got a chicken sandwich or something that was about this big.
What a fruit.
Yeah. We got this thing like this, right? Well, I take one bite, and it's the most horrible.
Dry?
And we learned later what they do is they make the patty, and then they boil it in water. So, and then to get it to temperature, and then they just grill the outside.
Oh, so it's drier.
So
than
it's like
bitch.
a dried old 700-year-old meatloaf that your mom took out of the freezer and tried to. So I'm like,
Mom, meatloaf.
Yeah. Oh, it was horrible. I ate about 3 bites of it, and that was it.
So that's a challenge, being able to stomach the terrible taste.
Yeah.
See, that's bullshit.
Same with Alex. Then one time we went on a Cinco de Mayo to this place in a city that shall not be named.
Rome.
And they had a 5-pound burrito challenge. And so they give you a burrito this big.
Oof,
And when you eat about half of it and you think you're going to die.
I have trouble getting through, and I can fucking eat.
Yeah.
I have trouble getting through a Chipotle. burrito.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Chipotle.
Well, yeah, that poisoned him last
They
week.
poisoned me with their crappy salad.
I'm starting to think though that it's him.
It could be me. I mean, I have stage 28 kidney failure.
Yeah.
And there's only 20 stages too.
I know. I'm
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You're just making up stages.
I'm into
now.
the danger zone.
Kenny Loggins?
Yes.
Now, being on the topic of crappy food,
Yeah.
I had the best pizza I've ever had in my life 2 weeks ago.
Really?
And I didn't drive more than 5 miles away from my house.
Where'd you get this?
Ladies
pizza
and
from?
gentlemen, I ask you to take your guess. Where did I get said pizza?
All right. Well, hold on. First of all, not 5 miles from your house.
Nope. Maybe not even. Okay, we'll sit in 5. That doesn't narrow it down too much for you guys. But
No, 5 is a lot of directions, especially from White.
Oh, where's that place that your mom likes?
oh,
Over. That's too far away.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
across the river.
it's not Oscanitza.
No, not.
Yeah.
Johnny's or something
Yeah.
over there.
No, that's something else now.
Don't think mom and pop either.
You got
Ooh.
a Pizza Hut, didn't you?
Worse.
Domino's?
Worse.
Little Caesars?
Caesars? What'd you get? The deep
You were
dish?
really pushing hard on that like a week or so ago too.
What'd
Little
you get? The deep
Caesars
dish?
make this thing called the ultra flat, ultra thin.
Oh, my kid said it's like eating pizza on a monster.
My God, you do yourself a favor and get this pizza on the way home tonight. First of all, you can get Hope and I both got a large pizza and 2 orders of the garlic bread, and it was like
$7.
$22.
Yeah.
Total?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this pizza is so good that I've ordered it thrice since.
Really?
Is it as good as the Batman pizza?
What's the Batman pizza?
It was the calzone Batman pizza from Little Caesars. It was
Oh.
bat shaped.
Honestly, I saw the commercial. I was at my mother's house and I'm looking. I'm like, "Ooh, that looks good. I want to get that." And I hadn't been to Little Caesars. I think the last time I got a Little Caesars pizza was in Kmart in New Hartford.
God.
Remember that?
I
Yeah.
love those.
25 years ago.
It was never allowed. My mom wouldn't let me.
Wouldn't let you get Little Caesars?
Yeah, she was just like, no. She's like, we'll eat real pizza.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Every parent's like, whatever.
But man, dude, this was so good. I think when you have something you think about damn, that was really good. I want to get that again.
Yeah.
Ultra thin crust.
I've been getting tempted lately by somewhere that I really shouldn't be. You see the commercials and the stuff looks good, and you've been there, so you're like, it's fine, but this fucking commercial makes this shit make me want it.
What is it?
Olive Garden.
Oh yeah.
Every time
I
I
don't
go,
go.
I
don't
love
usually
Olive
go.
Garden, but every time I go there, I have buyer's remorse because I'm like,
What do you get?
wait,
Well,
I
I got
usually get
hacks for Olive Garden, but we'll get that.
I usually get the tour of Italy
Mm.
and the with the extra Alfredo noodle.
The
shit.
chicken Alfredo?
Caboodle.
Yeah. So I think Angie and I had a gift card. So
That's the only time we ever go, so
So,
we get
yeah.
a gift card.
so
I go on
so
Sunday,
we
do
took
that
the $50 gift card
Mhm.
and then had to put another $38 on top of it for two
What did you
people.
guys get?
Wine?
Nothing.
Did you drink wine?
No, nothing crazy, right? And then you're thinking, Jesus Christ, for nearly $100 bill, I could have went and got 17 pizzas at Little Caesars.
Apparently. So
What
here's
do they want? What do you want
who me?
from Olive?
They used to have this thing, and I don't know if they still have it because all these joints have scaled back their menus to whatever streamlined menus because of COVID.
Yeah.
You said this thing called the steak tortelloni, and it was huge tortellini, right?
Yeah.
With braised beef cuts in it, and it was a mushroom Alfredo over the top.
Yeah.
But the hack, right, for this joint, especially if you like the soups or salads, fucking load up on that shit and you take your entree home. Because if you try to order to go, right, you get one bowl of soup.
Yeah.
If you're sitting there, all you want,
Yeah.
without paying any extra than you would to go.
All right. So
I'm a big fan of the chicken gnocchi.
yeah, their chicken gnocchi soup is good, even though a lot of people on the internet says it's bland and tasteless.
Yeah, well,
Fuck you.
they can go to hell.
Have you guys seen this insanity
Vincent?
where this
Ooh,
new
Linsanity. New York Knicks.
That's what I said.
Does he still play?
He plays for the Lakers now.
Of course.
Where they have no legs.
They're all drying up.
So, the new writer-artist for Popeye.
Are we getting some Popeye news in 2022?
Yes.
Are we getting comic talk on this podcast?
Yes. But this guy has come out and said that Popeye is...
If you say Popeye's gay.
No, is and always has been gender fluid. And there's like a big hubbub about this. Now, my dudes, I don't care if you're black, white, purple. I don't care if you're Jewish, gay. I don't really care what you want to do. Okay?
What if I'm a black, white, purple, gay Jew?
That's your prerogative. I'm going to support you, my friend. But here's my thing. Popeye has always been shacked up with olive oil.
Where is she? Is she around?
I put her away. She got put away.
One day you need olive oil.
I know, but he's always been with olive oil.
I never got to.
Don't they have a little baby?
In some of the later ones, I think.
Yeah.
But she is incredibly ugly.
Yeah, well, she must have been hot by
I don't.
1930s.
Maybe Popeye uses olive oil as a beard.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe Popeye is Squirrel Master and gonna be here next time I come for you, fish. Fruit!
What the fuck does that mean?
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just saying. I think Popeye is as old as Batman, like the 30s.
Tales as old as time.
Right.
Yep.
Tale as old as time.
True as it will be.
I don't know these lyrics, you weirdos.
Barely even friends.
Are you guys like flying on a carpet?
Then somebody got
Unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got that one right.
Yeah. What is that from?
Beauty and the
Beauty and the Beast, you hack.
I thought you guys were on a flying carpet.
I don't know. That is my favorite Disney movie.
No one's got as big a cock as Gaston.
Yeah. I wonder if I got conditioned into that one. I'm Brown's my favorite movie. He's the Brown Disney character.
Yeah, Brown Man.
Who, Aladdin's your favorite?
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah.
You talking to me? You rub my lamp?
Yeah. He fucking makes those movies. Actually, he made that movie. He was in 2, and then they replaced him in 3.
Yeah, with Sinbad, right?
No, the same. They had an Aladdin cartoon on Disney, so they got the guy who voiced him in that to be in the 3rd movie because they probably were like, okay, this is the last movie we're going to squeeze out of them. And Robin Williams probably wanted too much.
Now, if we're going down the woke rabbit hole, I have
Uh-oh.
some woke news.
Oh, tell me, Mr. Wokeson.
So, for some reason, like, I mean, you guys know I'm not right or left. I'm like as middle of the road as they can get, but I get a lot of. So I like to watch. My news cycle is I'll watch Fox News, I'll watch MSNBC, I'll watch both sides and kind of cut them down the middle.
Sure.
So I was watching Tucker Carlson. So he had this lady on.
His favorite.
Yeah, Tucker Carlson's actually kind of he's funny.
I think I know the one you're gonna tell me.
Well,
'Cause I think Bill told me this one.
Your Tucker Carlson isn't the same as my Tucker Carlson.
Meaning?
He's adapted over time.
You mean I'm talking about the Bubba the Love Sponge?
Yeah,
Tucker?
yeah. We're Bubba Tucker fans.
And he's also like a billionaire too, because he married into the Heinz.
Fortune?
No, is it Heinz?
I thought it was.
No, I thought it was Bird's. I thought she was Bird's Eye or something.
Well, maybe.
She's some sort of food heiress. Yeah.
Anyway, he's
I
talking
like
to he had a
food
woman, a feminist from Norway, who
Yeah, Bill did tell me this one.
is facing up to 4 years in prison
Mhm.
because she said on a national platform on like a television channel that men can't have periods, and you know a lot of those dominoes that always piss everybody off in that ridiculous horseshit, fake bullshit. And now she's like kind of drumming up publicity for like how much of a joke this is. Like she's literally facing prison time for hate speech.
Because men can't have periods.
Yeah, because men can have periods.
We can?
Yep.
So I had to do a training at work today related to the subject.
No, excuse me, bigot.
I'm just saying.
When was your last period?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, see, that's your right.
So
I got him.
So I can't even make anything funny up at this point. I'm fucking my brain doesn't work.
So the way a man could have a period is he was assigned woman at birth, which is part of my training today for like having to talk to callers.
Wait, what?
If you were assigned one, there's assigned genders versus real genders, right? So like you were born and you're at the hospital and they're like, hey, it's a girl, or hey, it's a boy. That was your assigned gender, right? Because we've got like issues where we could be talking on the phone with people that like identify as something, but because of how like EMS works, I'm sorry, I can't like just go by what you feel because it may affect how we help you. You know what I mean? There's certain like.
So wait, you have to ask what your assigned gender is and your real gender
for certain calls, yeah.
So.
It's a program, so it's like a protocol. It's gonna be like.
Dude, I'm a robot.
Differentiate like assigned gender from I don't know what they called it, like identified gender, like what they told you, versus like. Yeah.
So.
Like if they identified themselves as a trans woman, and then you're just
so
like, okay.
If I tried to sell you a house,
yeah,
that had indoor plumbing,
indoor plumbing,
it would be a house with indoor plumbing. But if I tried to sell you a house with no indoor plumbing, it would not have indoor plumbing, right?
It would be a house.
It would just be a house.
Or how about the house across from me? The people are selling. They're having a really hard time selling because the woman unfortunately committed suicide in it.
I heard.
So just say, hey, did somebody commit suicide? No. I was like, oh, this house identifies as a place that didn't have a dead human body in it.
Yeah.
And then somebody would say, well, that's a ridiculous fallacy. That's make-believe. And they'll be like, yes, it is.
Or you can be like, well, I didn't talk to the medical examiner. I can't confirm or deny whether that's the case. Although I did get to meet the medical examiner this week outside of work. I've never met him before, and he gave me the business at trivia, and it was really funny because then after he was just like, hey, you know all those messages you sent asking somebody to show up for this dead person? Like, that was me. Nice to meet you. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah.
How many dead people do you get a day?
Varies on the day.
But maybe not one, even?
Some days it's 0, some days it's 5.
Is there ever shootings, like live, like...
Shots fired?
Yeah, like not like cops getting shot at? Because you don't hear about it much. I just wonder if it happens on a semi-regular basis.
Even more than likely, they're responding to somebody else saying that there were shots.
Yeah.
So, I mean, most people are smart enough to know, hey, if I'm going to point my gun at a cop, I might as well just point it at myself.
Well, so I'm just, I mean, getting back to that other thing, like, I don't know, like,
so
how far
Popeye's good or bad? I don't get it.
The chicken, it's pretty good.
It's, you know what, it's almost such a joke now that's not even worth talking about, and that's when people get complacent because there's nothing we can do about it.
Well, yeah.
So I don't know what to say about it anymore. I just feel like it's all kind of make-believe, but it's not, and it makes me want to fucking puke, so I don't know what to do.
I just kind of wonder, like, if somebody's saying that right now, right, like, they're not the person that made Popeye back then. How the fuck do they know? It's the same...
Who created him?
I don't know.
L.E. Seagar.
Okay. Is L.E. Seagar still around?
No, I think he's
So
dead.
the person that's talking about this is some current jamoke.
Yeah, new guy.
Okay, so I'm going to get real controversial here for a second because, you know, it happens. In the same way that somebody else is interpreting what the intent was for a character that they didn't make is how I often feel about religion. Because it's a physical book that got handed down, right? And we put our faith in it, but at the same time, somebody put their hand to pen, to pencil, to ink, to whatever, to paper. How much of that and shit do you know wasn't just somebody writing something down versus divine?
I get that, and that's been
because
it's been in question for a long time.
Sure.
But we're not talking something from 1,000 to 2,020 years ago.
Within like a century
We're talking 70-some years ago. Popeye was created as Popeye the Sailor Man.
Yeah, in fact.
Okay, not Popeye the gender fluid.
And come on, let's face it. He is the macho cisgendered stereotype.
Yeah.
He's a man. He eats.
Yeah, I was gonna say what part about that?
He would eat like raw metal and spit out bullets and ships
Yeah.
and airplanes.
What part of him would the LGBTQ community want?
I don't understand any of it. I'm.
Well, I just don't understand all this retconning.
Why are you
We do
taking?
like
Yeah.
retconning.
Let's
But
just
just not this.
create new LGBTQ, whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Alan Scott.
or whatever. I mean, if you took an openly gay
North Star.
comic book character and made him a straight talking playboy who fucks, whatever, not the gender that they said, people would be up in arms. So it's kind of the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's just go forward here.
Okay.
I look forward.
But there's no forward though. I feel helpless isn't the right word, but it kind of is how I feel about a lot of this shit.
Yeah.
Well, because you're either.
Because I feel like it's the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, you either offend everybody or you become
But do you
part of the
offend,
problem.
But do people really get offended, or is it that's just the
They're supposed to be offended.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I've never had these stupid things before, but I would eat them again.
Yeah.
There's 3 more boxes in back.
They're.
That's probably information.
Did you
I
make a
should know.
sandwich?
I did the first time.
I did, yeah.
So I love that we've riffed this whole episode. I literally have a list, and we haven't touched on a single thing. And
Oh,
and
well, let's hit your list
no,
rapid fire.
No, I'm not saying it for that reason. I'm just
you know
saying
there's
like,
a D on there?
yeah, for
You
Dunkaroos.
love the D.
But I'm saying like we're hitting almost an hour, and we just riffed this whole thing. It's,
Well,
it's
let's hit
great.
the. Hit the
I don't want to
hit-
go home.
You don't want to go home?
I'm just kidding.
Hit the topics real quick.
All
What do
right.
you got?
Well, so this one actually sort of kind of piggybacks off of like talking about woke things. Because I don't think it's woke, but the rest of the world that has that mentality might think that.
Yeah.
So for the last 6 weeks, I think I'm the only one. Oh no, you've been watching Miss Marvel, right?
I watched.
Or you started it.
Yeah.
You started it. You didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it, not because I didn't
Yeah,
want to. I just
just
haven't hit
time.
it yet.
I know.
I'm behind on everything.
So
I haven't watched Stranger Things yet either.
oh, that was great.
Did it end good?
I was.
I don't think it ended.
Well, yeah.
Is Hopper alive?
I already answered that.
Yeah,
2
we're
shows
not.
ago.
We're not doing this again.
Is he at the end
Watch-
of the new stuff too? That I
Yes.
had one?
Go home in between the monotony. Watch it.
Okay.
Really loud.
Miss Marvel. 6
Kamala
episodes. Yep. I am prepared to say that this is the best Disney Plus Marvel thing. to
Get
date-
the hell
to
outta
date-
here.
To date. Yep. It had trueness to the character from the comics, minus the tweaks that they made because of not wanting to associate with Inhumans.
There's a minority character done magnificently.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't feel forced.
It-
I love the books. I buy them constantly.
Yeah.
Beautifully done.
And that's sort of where I'm getting at, because like that show got hate bombed the day it came out on Rotten Tomatoes with like a million fucking bigots like trying to down hit it with negative reviews, even though they didn't watch it, just because they're like, "Ugh, woke bullshit." To me, woke is what you just described, when it's forcing ideas, forcing
Yeah.
content on things where it doesn't necessarily make sense to.
Like we were
Or
talking
match
about
up.
Thor with the LGBTQ stuff.
Yeah, it
last-
didn't match
That
up.
could go either
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
That
you're
depends
right.
on how you feel about like having seen it.
Sure.
But if you tell me that I'm watching a show about a Pakistani girl in her Muslim community, that doesn't feel woke to me because you're showing me exactly what you're telling me, right? Like the woke part would be if you,
Because it really exists in real life.
well, there's that, yeah, well, yeah, and as I watched it and I saw so many parallels to real life growing up in that shit, and I mean apparently it still happens. We don't really have that around here, but like, you know, if I was still in touch with that part of my family, I might see that somewhere.
Sure.
She had 2 different sets of like antagonists, and
Who's the bad in this?
so Kamala is from episode 1. They kind of lead you into the fact that she's a djinn or a clandestine, which is a super old Marvel deep cut that they pulled. But they're
Like a
basically
djinn isn't like a genie?
yeah. So like the clandestine like were what inspired the myths of the genies. They were exiled and they like had powers and stuff. They're exiled from another plane of existence or something. And they took that and they were like, okay, well, you know, her like great grandmother was a clandestine, and then she fell in love, and then she's got clandestine blood in her, right? So she's half or whatever, a quarter, 10%, whatever, and then she's human, right? So to match that, she had clandestine enemies, and she had human enemies, and I love the fact that there was like you gotta face everything of what you are. She had to fight other clandestines who want to go home. They're like, hey, you're the missing link, and you can kind of help bridge the gap. But I guess the whole going home thing would destroy our reality in the process, like because they're trying to occupy the same space in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, you open the gateway to whatever clandestine land, and the spot that it's taking goes away. And then she's got to deal with damage control from Spider-Man No Way Home. The same guy who hauled him in, plus his crew of people, get wind of a powered person in Jersey City, and they're like, we're not fucking letting this one get away. So they go like full tilt. So like
because they interact a lot.
What?
Miss Marvel and Spider-Man.
They did, but I mean Spider-Man doesn't make any appearances.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
They made sure to kind of show us that Spider-Man is back to being like an unknown, because he's not. She goes to like an Avengers con, and he's not there. Like there's no representation for him. So, or maybe that's just because they don't want to give Sony play. I don't know.
Was it just 6 episodes?
It was 6 episodes.
It was a one-off deal, or are they going to come back with it?
Oh, they gotta come back.
So I don't know if she's gonna get a season 2 or not, but the story continues in the Marvels. So there's 2 things that happened at the end of this, though, and I don't know if I want to say them or not and spoil them for you.
Go ahead. I'm gonna watch it.
I saw it.
Well, yeah, me and you. Yeah, I already showed him because he didn't give a shit. So at the very end, last episode, right? Her family finds out and everything, like that she's Miss Marvel and all that. And she's got a friend who's kind of like her man in the chair guy, who's like smart with science, does the like DNA research and all that on her. Somehow this kid in Jersey City.
A kid in Jersey City,
but
got a centrifuge.
Yeah, 10th grade is doing.
You know what?
DNA.
I don't question it. So, because the first time around, he figured out that she was like the clandestine or whatever, like when she first exhibited the power.
Smart kid. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Then you know what he figures out?
Well, yeah. So the brother, the mom, the dad, they're all like, we've got clandestine blood. Why don't we have the power? Like, why didn't the Bengal do dick for us? So he says, I went back and I re-reviewed it, and
there's something different something unique in your blood.
A mutation.
I mean, and then it goes.
No.
Yeah. And she's just kind of like staring off into space for a second. She's just like, it's just gonna be another label. But
you gonna have Miss Marvel join the X-Men?
Well,
no, but every time they
Miss
do
Marvel,
some shit like
Miss
this,
Marvel is a mutant.
She's a mutant.
Now.
So every time they
Just
mention
opens the
that,
door.
the door opens a little bit wider.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna bamf through there.
Yeah. Or Professor X is gonna come out one day and be like, "Oh yeah, we've been here all along, but I mind wiped y'all after like one of our fights."
It would be really cool to see a full Marvel X-Men movie.
Yeah.
Like
Wolverine.
Well done.
Yeah.
Not horseshit.
X-Men 1. I like X-Men 1.
But boy, it does not hold up.
Does X-Men 1 hold up to Endgame?
Fuck no.
Okay then.
But I mean, like, X-Men 1 holds up to the sequels, which got progressively worse.
One of the worst lines in cinematic history is when Storm goes, "You know what happens when a frog gets struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else." That's the fucking line this woman
But that's
said.
the same movie that's got the Professor X Magneto line.
Which is?
Why do you ask questions to which you already know the answers? It was an iconic thing between them. That's not the end of Miss Marvel.
Okay.
So we get a post-credit scene.
Of course we do.
She plops on her bed. She's all tired. Her mom's like, "That doesn't sound like science homework. All right." And she gets up, and the bangle starts to glow. She's just like, "The fuck?" And then she like flies into her closet and like crashes through it, right? And then like there was a little like twisty turny thing that happened while she was in there. And then walks out Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, and she starts looking around the room because obviously she's obsessed with Captain Marvel, so there's like posters all over, and she's just like, like kind of like just like freaked out. first people were like, she transformed into her, but I'm like, no. If it was her just transforming into Captain Marvel, she wouldn't freak out at her own posters. It was a switcheroo, and then the directors confirmed it, like, yeah, they swapped places.
It's a switcheroo.
Yeah, and then the credits roll, and they're like, they will return in the Marvels. So.
See, I love
That was the
Captain Marvel, but I can't stand Brie Larson.
That was the first Disney Plus show to have a big ticket cameo.
Was it?
Yeah, because I don't count the shows that have
Not
the
Loki?
title character. Well, Loki was in Loki, but I'm saying like to have a cameo of a big hitter, right? I mean, unless you count Kingpin was pretty good.
No, you're right though. You're right.
Kingpin wasn't a cameo.
Oh, that's true. He just ended up being in it. Yeah.
Cause like
WandaVision, we all were hoping for Doc, and he didn't show up. I don't know. Cap Winter Soldier, we were hoping for like Steve Rogers.
I have a complete Captain Marvel run, everything, and took me years to get it.
What about Miss Marvel?
Yeah, Miss Marvel. I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
All those Mystique appearances.
Yeah, all of those. I got them from 10.0, as a matter of fact. But when that movie came out, like, I liked her before that. Like, I loved her in Scott Pilgrim. I liked her in some other stuff. But, dude, I think she just sucked all the fun out of that movie.
Well, I said this the other day to somebody. I said there were two things that they did horribly with the Captain Marvel movie. Number one, she said that thing about, I don't care if straight white men go to see the movie. And then nobody did anything about that or said anything, or they just let that roll. And then the other one was there was a horrible picture of her in the costume, and where she she just looks dumpy.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, you could have found a better ass," and and nothing was said or done about that. They didn't even CGI it. I don't think.
I feel like if anybody had said anything about it, it would have, if anything, anger would have arisen.
You couldn't win at that point.
Yeah.
I just think that there were two things that didn't.
Well, I think now if you were to criticize a woman or a minority in a role, it's because you're either a misogynist or a bigot or a racist, not because you just don't think those people are. Now, is there cases where that does happen? Yeah, probably more than not.
Yeah.
But I just don't like Brie Larson in that role as Miss Marvel. I think she kind of is like a wet rag in that movie. She doesn't bring any kind of
energy.
Yeah. She's just like, it's very just, I don't know.
She could have some more emotion.
What else is on the magic list?
The Magic School Bus?
Yeah.
So, in the post Al takeover, everybody comes into the shop, and they're always like, "Hey, you should do this." Hey, you should do that. You know what I mean?
This is the time of.
You get a lot of recommendations.
Oh yeah, one guy told me we should take down all the walls and just have open air so birds can fly in.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
So, I decided maybe once a podcast, I'm gonna kind of use this as like a Shark Tank moment, right? And maybe we'll crowdsource this and like get like other people to be like, "Hey, what's a really good thing that we could pitch out?" Okay. So I got my pitch this week, and it might not be that big a deal, or it could be a huge deal. I don't.
Is it Dunkaroos with every purchase?
No, no. Then we'd never make anything on the Dunkaroos. What would you say if in the shop we had a Coke freestyle machine?
Oh fuck me.
I would love a Coke freestyle machine.
I'm gonna tell you something too, because I did research about this before I wrote it down. But go ahead.
Here's the problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You need a water source and a drain, of which our water source and our drains are back there.
And being former pest control guy for 12 years,
sugar.
Drain flies are a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But
and it's sugar.
Worth it for a freestyle machine.
Yeah.
Because I always go ginger ale with lime and cherry.
I go any of the Fanta sugar free. I like the green one, the red one, the purple one, any of that Fanta shit.
You go Fanta?
It's sugar free, dude.
So
it's ginger ale.
Ginger ale's not sugar free. What planet are you on, diabetes?
Yeah, planet diabetes.
So
we'll take that under consideration.
I talked to Coke about this one, the local Coke Solutions rep.
You already talked to Coke?
Well,
Coke?
I can't make a pitch. Like, so here's the thing, right? If I came to Al and I said, "Hey, I got this idea, right? But I actually work here, so like I'd be serious." You can't do anything without anything to back up your info.
How much does Coke say this thing's gonna cost?
Can I guess?
I
Wait,
didn't
did you
get
get a price?
I didn't get that price, but I got something else.
Because I'd like to guess.
I got something else.
Yeah.
What they did say is when you can have, there are kind of multiple plans, and there's a plan where they have somebody come to your place once a week to do all the refilling, servicing, all that. And unlike if you went to Wendy's probably has their guys going down in the basement and changing out the shit. So, just saying, if we ever had it, it's serviceable and workable by some jamoke from Coke.
Would you charge people, or is this if they
Oh
come
fuck
in?
yeah. This is like instead of buying like the canned drinks, like from Price Chopper and stocking our fridges. This is like take out that fridge over there.
Yeah, but no customers ever buy drinks out of that fucking thing. Do they?
Well, I mean,
Magic
nerds. And I mean, if people could walk into a comic book store that had a freestyle Coke machine, don't you think there'd be more people buying?
Who pitched this idea?
Oh, this is me. This is all me.
Oh, this is all you?
This is
okay.
all me. Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, like I'm saying for the future, I might, the pitch might, I'll crowdsource.
All right.
I got a couple things I'd love to do. Rip this goddamn carpet out.
But so the Coke machine I heard from what I heard from him just now was under consideration.
Here's the thing. That's on my list, but see those
What's under this?
some sort of flooring.
Gonads.
See those 80 boxes of comics?
Yeah.
So I'd have to figure out how to move them all to one side of the room while the carpet guys come in and do half the room, and then we'd have to move everything from that side back to that side. So you see all that stuff over there?
Couldn't this place get done in a day?
No.
On a Sunday?
No.
Why not? I mean, flooring guys could do this. I mean, there's not a lot of angle cut.
It's not. It's you have to move everything from this side of the room goes to that side of the room. They lay down this
Is there
side.
carpet on this side too?
No, up to that wall.
That's tile.
So just saying, move all of this shit in back there and over there, and have them do this main room in a day, right? No,
Where are we moving it?
over there.
He said put it in the lobby and back there.
You're putting
80 comic boxes.
80 comic boxes, not counting the ones underneath.
You know who usually has to move the damn comic boxes? Me. I ain't moving 80
You
comic
get like 5 or 6 guys in here.
Oh yeah.
All right. You're number one on my list.
You know I'm always free to.
I know.
I'm always willing to help.
But yeah, I did have a guy come in
Me
that
too.
we should take all this down and do this and do that.
You want an open air garden for a comic book store?
Yeah.
Oh, you know you should have the Mr. Miyagi trees that everybody can groom them, like cut and groom themselves.
Oh.
You should have this be a dojo too, like a jujitsu dojo.
It used to be.
Yeah.
This used to be a dojo.
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
Dojo.
This side people fought, that side they watched, and that's what the railings were.
Oh, okay.
You really didn't know that?
I didn't.
No, Mom and Dad had to stay over there while little Johnny was over here kung fu.
Getting his ass kicked.
If I owned a dojo, I'd just beat little kids' ass all day.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
When you organize your comics,
Oh boy, here we go.
do you ever have a drink around?
Yes, sir.
Really?
I do.
Have you ever spilled said drink?
I haven't, but let me ask you this. I have gotten a condensation ring on top of a box.
On
But-
a box? Yeah.
Oh, that
okay.
doesn't bother me.
But like, so you guys have a bunch of long boxes. Do you get random grease stains and not know where the fuck they come from?
Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
I gotta get a box. Did you order those nice heavy duty boxes?
It's
yet?
on my list.
God darn it!
I like those.
I gotta get.
Do you
a
ever,
box.
when you organize your comics at home, have drinks around? Have
You
ever,
don't?
I'm not.
In 26 years, I could count on one hand how many times I've done it, and I usually each time the drink has been pushed farther and farther away.
Did you spill it one time?
I have.
What'd you ruin?
Weekly Wolverine and X-Men from the 90s.
Oh, did you replace it?
Yeah, I went back the next week and
What did you?
Keith scolded me.
Oh, I didn't ruin anything. One of our listeners came in and told me a story about how he spilled a beverage when he was organizing.
But he ruined something good.
Oh, you ruined some stuff.
What did he ruin?
I think he ruined an issue of Damned, a Suicide Squad oversized book.
Oh, the Batwiener damned?
Yeah, I don't know if it was that issue, but one of the issues.
There's only one Batwiener.
Yeah. Batman 125, the brand new one.
What? Really? That's like only a week old.
He was organizing his Batman
Hey,
stuff.
whatever happened to Festering Wound? Is he still around?
Shambling Death?
Yeah. Have you seen him lately?
I yelled at his mom this weekend.
He called.
Oh, why?
She calls here.
Yeah.
First off, she calls at 11:30.
She calls.
And she's like, I'm like, Ravenswood. And she's like, yeah, is Labille there? And I'm like, nope, he's not there. She goes, oh, I thought he worked today. I'm like, he comes in after 4 o'clock. 4:01, the phone will ring. And
I get asked for like help with like random things, like, hey, help set up this email or something.
Hey,
and for the longest
can
time,
you help with my vacuum?
Yeah, for the longest time, I was a pushover. I would say yes to lots of people. I'm at the fucking point in life where
How did you get mixed up with these people in the first place?
Him being a customer here.
He would give him rides home and stuff.
Yeah, I opened the door.
Just so you could butter him up and get the 181.
Yeah.
I didn't get his 181.
Yes, you did, you fucking liar.
He sold it for him.
Well, yeah, I sold it for him.
To yourself.
No.
All right, so finish the story. I'm digging this.
So.
Labille.
So.
She called you Labille.
Yeah. So they're always asking for help with something, and then it's related to him, and he's sick, and he's this and that. And it's like, I'm not unsympathetic, but at the same time, I work 75 hours a week. I shit you not, right? Like, they're here, eBay, like all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I have the time or the patience to go do random shit for people. Like, unless it's something I really like.
Sure.
You know, you guys say, hey, I need help moving.
Hey, Ryan, will you help me set up my surround sound?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Why'd you have to bring that up?
And for you guys, I would. But, like, so she calls this weekend, actually, on Saturday, and I yelled at her. I yelled at an old lady. I felt bad after.
How old are we talking?
I don't know, 70s probably.
Well, okay, what did she ask for?
Same bullshit to, like, come over to help set up his email or something. And
How many times does this fucking guy need his email set up?
Well, it never gets done because I keep putting him off.
Oh.
So, the last time she asked,
Labille!
I said, tell him to come
in.
Tell him to come in, and I'll take 5 minutes and do it right here. Oh, he's too sick. He can't come. Well, send his girlfriend, and I'll do it with her for 5 minutes.
No.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a girlfriend.
He does.
So there's no excuse for anybody out there.
Nope.
No.
There's no excuse for anybody.
No, Bill.
Bill should be throwing pipe to the crowd if this guy's got a girlfriend. He's got a festering, mucus, pus-filled, dripping...
You're talking about me buttering people up? What the fuck do you think they do? SSI check, baby. Anyway, so she calls and she asks, and we dodged the call a few times, then finally I picked up and I was like...
Oh, so she just keeps calling?
Yeah. So, and I acted all out of breath, which, to be fair, I was running a tournament that day, but, like, I was just like, hello, Ravenswood, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Labille!
Yeah, trying to explain this thing, like, I'm really busy, like, just tell them to come in, like you said before, they can't, and I'm like, can you set aside some time to come? I said, no, I gotta go, I'm sorry. She keeps trying to, like, talk to me. I'm like, I said no, I can't help you with this.
Did she call back again?
She did not.
Speaking of Saturdays, I saw was our friend in to do a little
comic shop online?
No, some PayPal or some eBay. Brad.
Oh yeah, he came.
Archie Brad.
His book wasn't there?
Yeah, doesn't exist.
No, I mean the one that I found the day before.
Yeah.
Was already bought and sold between then and then.
Yeah.
Now there's somebody
he was willing to pay.
You should just tell to fuck off forever. If he would call my house, I'd say, or call the shop, I'd be like, listen, dude, F you. Go dump your head in the fucking toilet and flush yourself. Okay,
but that's why
you fucking turd.
That's why you don't work in retail and we do.
Some people just in this life need to be told to fuck off. And that guy is one of them.
I just got done telling you a story about that.
He is another one. And his family is another one. People get like this in life because they're not told to flush themselves early enough for them to fix their idiocy.
You know how you're like worried about like swearing? You know, there are words that are worse than that too, right?
What?
Nothing.
All right.
What was the word?
I don't know. Hey, what else is on the list?
What word did I just say?
It wasn't about a specific word, but I'm saying like you could say fucked up shit without using like the word fuck.
Oh, well, that was. Why? Do you disagree with anything I just said there?
Yeah, he's like special needs.
We didn't say it because of that.
No, but I'm saying though, like you want to tell the guy to fuck off without taking into consideration like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah. Dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's not special needs to the point where he doesn't know what he's doing.
Trust me, I've had to deal with this guy for 10 years.
I've talked to him.
Yeah.
I've
talked to him 3 times a day for 10 years.
I understand, but he doesn't not know what he's doing.
There's something wrong upstairs.
I agree with you, but there's some people also in life who haven't been told that you're a jerk
but I
off
also don't
enough.
want to get shot.
And for about, I want to say about 8 of those 10 years that I had him as a customer, never spent a dime. And then all of a sudden, we started to get some stuff, and then I started to see green from him. So at a certain point, I was just like, as much as I want to tell this guy, no, like, he's a customer. He spends money.
You know who I saw in Target the other day?
Who?
The dude that smells great, like the fabric softener.
Yeah. Talk to him some.
Yeah, I was coming around the corner.
Weinberg?
No, Joey.
Always wears a baseball hat, says his dad.
My cousin likes the Star Trek, and my dad liked the Star Trek.
He's got the gut. So I walk around the corner, I hear my wife talking to somebody in Target. And then I hear the voice, I'm like, no. And I look around the corner, so I just start watching while she's talking to him. Because he just walked up to her out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because we were looking at records in Target, he goes, my dad loves Elton John. He's got, this and that. I was like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever.
My cousin really liked this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there's a dude who's Aspergery, but knows what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's kind of like, I'm not gonna say it.
I think he's just incredibly lonely.
Yeah.
And, he wants to talk.
I mean, Chamberlain can lay pipes, so.
What else is on your list? I want to know. I like to knock off the list.
Oh no.
Well, I saw 2 movies last week.
Oh, Juju Jaijan and Ramen 1.5 Manuals?
Yeah, one of them I was told was a horror movie, and then I went and sat down and watched it. It was really more like a drama, suspense, Grey's Anatomy type deal.
Grey's Anatomy?
Well, 50 Shades of Grey. Sorry.
Oh.
Because there was like 3 different sex scenes, and like, I could tell the crowd that it was meant to be pandering towards.
What was it?
It's called Where the Crawdads Sing.
Oh, jeez.
Based on a book, I guess. It's about this girl that lives in the marsh all by herself because like everybody abandons her. And, like she kind of raises herself from like 7 years old. Like these nice black people are like who run like the boat shop like kind of keep like giving her stuff so she like can live. And then like she meets the first boy that falls in love with her and breaks her heart, and the next one tries to rape her and she fucking clocks him in the head with a rock, tells him to if I see you again I'll kill you. And this is all wrapped around the fact that at the beginning of the movie she gets hauled in because they find him dead, and it backfills the story, you know. And then there just happened to be some random migrant boater like riding by the beach that they were like having their moment, and who heard her say, you know, yeah, like I'm gonna kill you. So then of course she gets hauled in for it, and it's just like a whole thing. Then she gets back with the original guy. They like get to live their life Notebook style, but like there's some suspense. There's a lot of suspense moments in like the flashbacks and things.
What's the other?
Wait,
movie?
who's the girl from the Notebook?
From the actual Notebook, isn't that
Rachel McAdams? Yes.
Yeah, this
Thanks,
one
guys.
fucking stand, bro.
I didn't recognize this girl, but apparently other people like as
Mark.
I submitted a review, and then sometimes I peek at others, and then they're like 5 stars because I love insert actress's name. And I'm
Was
like,
she a smokular showular?
She was pretty cute. She was pretty cute for being like marsh girl in the middle of like the North Carolina marshes.
What was that movie with Wednesday Addams?
No.
No.
Oh, I love Wednesday Addams.
Black Snake Moan.
Oh God.
Christina Ricci.
Yeah, she's like bucket naked in that whole movie.
Yeah, but she's like trashy looking, isn't she? She's supposed to like the town whore in that.
Oh, she's as trashy looking as Christina Ricci can be, which is not very.
Yeah, but Christina Ricci was also in Sleepy Hollow.
Yes.
Cursed.
Show. She's in. Hope always watches this movie where she like has a pig nose, and she's even the smoke show in that.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Penelope or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you know the name of that movie?
I don't know. I know things, Ryan.
Yeah.
You're LGBTQ. AI or whatever it is.
Something.
Are you AI? Or Q?
I'm a Z.
I'm a Q.
Are you T?
X, Y. I'm
So-
all the alphabet.
The other movie was a Ramen 1.5 manual anime movie, and it was called Deer King, and it was like it was all about. I mean, there's a lot of like shit that happened in this movie, but the long and short is like.
Was it subtitles?
No.
Hated it.
Dubbed.
Okay.
Dubbed or it didn't happen.
Dubbed or it didn't happen. Huh.
Remember that too?
No, I watched subbed when there's no dubbed. But
Remember that skit on In Living Color with the two gay dudes?
Yeah.
And like, I watched this show with this man.
Where he
Two
snapped?
stands up.
Yeah.
Hated it. I watched this movie called Tomb Raider with this woman with these two big old breasts. Hated it.
Angelina Jolie after the double mastectomy
Did you see Benlo or whatever they call
Yeah,
him?
they
Got married?
Yeah.
again.
I'm happy for her. I hope
Or
she's
did
happy
they-
with her fifth husband.
You are LGBTQAI or whatever it
Oh
is.
man, she got so much better as like an older actress.
She looks like a thunder troll.
You went from C to T. I don't get it. You left out U and N, and it's right to T.
She's a thunder. See you next Tuesday.
Nope.
You don't think that woman's a bitch?
I think she looks great.
She looks like a bitch on wheels.
I don't know what that means. She looks.
She
She
is.
looks like a milk.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah. So,
But they're two of the biggest cork soakers on planet Earth.
I'm not
Because Ben
denying- I'm
Affleck
not
is a
denying-
cork
I'm not
soaker.
denying that. Okay. I mean, like them as people versus them how they look are two different things.
They probably butt fuck each other in front of the mirror.
That's okay by me. Whatever does it for you in your bedroom.
Hey,
All right.
I ain't there.
buddy.
What else?
Comics? Comics?
You got comics?
I got a comic-related topic that I'm curious about.
Tell me about it.
So we're getting into Dark Crisis here. We're getting into Axe, right? We've touched on the subject before of event fatigue, right?
Yes, I have it.
So we know what
You have it now?
I have it right now. Yeah.
we know what we hate about the events, right? What would be your ideal event?
You know what I like? I loved metal when it came out
Mm-hmm.
because,
Did that cross into
It
anything
was
else?
shiny covers.
yeah, it crossed into a bunch of shit.
OG metal?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't
Shiny
remember.
covers. That's what got you.
Well, first of all, I don't know. I loved the art.
Mm-hmm.
I think the art is what got me jump because that kind of
Mhm.
kicked off my recollecting.
The art is great. I mean the
Story was a little.
I got my choice. The art was great in.
Tell me what's your.
My ideal event
Yeah.
on time. If it had come out on time, Doomsday Clock, because it's an event without having to
How long did
buy
Doomsday Clock take?
a
18
Year and a
months.
half.
without having to buy a million fucking times. You tell
Yeah.
me a story in a book,
Right.
right? It's an event,
So you have.
but
So if you look back,
Also great covers.
if you look back, Secret Wars,
yeah,
the original,
yeah, or the DC equivalent was also
Crisis,
yeah,
It
OG
was-
Crisis,
Or even stuff
But-
like Lethal Protector.
right? But they were. It was an event
yeah,
that was in
one book.
one book. It was
But then had ramifications, actual ramifications
Throughout the
after
whole-
the fact.
the whole company or universe, whatever you want to call it.
So why is it that us three schmucks sitting in a comic shop in upstate New York can figure this out, right? But for
Because they're
years-
smarter than us.
Oh, well-
so now they have they're doing
They'll pump out a million things.
so this axe versus this axe. You know, I had to fill
X-Men.
X-Men, Avengers, and our four Eternals, and hope that they all buy them.
Mhm. Or they get kicked back and then you're like sitting scratching your head going, okay, well who wants this?
Nobody.
Somebody. Ooh, look. You gotta watch that.
Oh, is that out now?
It says on demand.
Okay.
How is the air conditioning kicking on?
Well, it's trying to, and then it's like, oh wait, I'm not allowed.
Weird.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like they have the blueprints in front of them for like successful events. Because here's the thing, right? I would even be okay with events not ever stopping as long as they were self-contained. Like if you gave me Doomsday Clock right over the span of a year, and then the next thing, but like, don't give me something where I gotta go buy all the issues of.
The other thing that DC
because they never count anyway. Like you don't ever really need the other shit.
If you need a checklist, like
DC did a checklist, right? And they left off stuff that's on the.
Oh yeah, that's even better.
Like so that Flash book.
Oh.
Well, no, the Flash was on there. I just screwed up.
Oh really?
But the first one was, and she.
I thought the first one wasn't, and the second one was.
So but they put I forget the other 2 or 3 titles, and they didn't put them on. They're not on the checklist. But they're going to come in with a Dark Crisis and all Dark Crisis people are going to want it.
Including this Jamoke.
Yeah.
Because it's been good so far.
You've been good so far.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Well, Jurassic League comes out this week. I can't wait to read that. I love that.
I didn't just see that.
What?
You already filled it. Do you get it? No.
Yeah, bro.
Then you
should be.
Then you get it.
Oh, you guys have been messing up lately. So after this new owner, it's just been going down.
You don't give a shit.
That's not an event either, though. That's just a mini. I mean, that's another way to just do things like.
Yeah.
Stop giving me like ongoings that go nowhere. Give me a mini that you know what you want to do with, and just go start, finish.
Yeah, like that Carnage. That happened a year ago, where they had the Scream and all.
Yeah,
that
it was
stuff.
one shots.
But
it was
like 5 one shots.
Yeah.
That was like Extreme Carnage.
What's the one with Ronan, or not Ronan the Accuser, but it's when it was like the Ice Giants came and like the Punisher, where he fought through the tunnel.
You're talking about the Thor thing on Earth.
Yeah, what was it?
Because
War of the Realms.
Yeah.
I literally looked at my checklist. 17 different books to follow through that.
Yeah.
Because it was like 1 through 8 on the main.
Yeah.
Then there was Thor. There was Spider-Man. There was Cap. There was Doc Strange. It was
Alpha, Omega, 1 shots, 3 shots, whatever.
The problem when they cross over into books that sort of
nothing to do with
are tangential and don't really have anything to do with it is you have people that are following this mini series or this event jump over and we need the Thor book, and now, well, I normally bring in 25 Thor books. All of a sudden now do I need 30? Do I need 35? And so then if I get that many, and then those people don't actually jump over and pick them up, am I stuck with a bunch of books, or do you go the other way and just say fuck it and you get 1 or 2 extras and hope that's enough? You can't win with these events.
Plus, there was I was never a big Punisher guy, but
you like that one, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, where he gets all those inmates and they're fighting through the Holland tunnels.
Well, and he's using Asgardian shit to kill the.
It was really fucking cool. Really got me back into Punisher, and I've been buying that new.
Well, and that's a good tie-in in the sense that you didn't need it for the main, but it took what was going on and gave you a good Punisher story.
Yeah.
That's
Which is the way it should be done.
That's fine.
Right.
Yeah. Just not pander to me and say you need 20 books to get this when really you're probably reading the main, and then once in a while they give you the little. Remember, the thing you'd see in event books where there's the asterisk and be remember this and so and so check here.
Well, it's funny because I think that you said they have the blueprint to how to do it successfully, but they also have the blueprint and the DNA of us comic nerds, and they know that we're complete.
I bitch about it, but I buy it.
Here's the trick.
We're collectors, and we want it all. So you say you need. They could say you need 1 through 8 of this and this, that, and the other thing, and one of those things could be literally blank pages.
Here's the trick for that, though, right? The trick for that
it's got a great cover.
It doesn't matter how many customers buy it. It matters how many stores buy it, because by the time we bought it, they got their money.
Right.
It doesn't matter how many people we sell it to.
Right.
That matters for us, but Marvel doesn't give a shit.
But you know what else is kind of pissing me off too? All these X-Men books lately, Way of the X, Sword of X, there's so many disparate X-Men books now where I was just okay, I'm not going to buy any of these because it's just too fucking much. There's
that's
5 ongoing X-Men
That's what
books.
happened with the X-Men in the 90s. They imploded upon themselves. And then we got to where we had 1 X-Men book.
Yeah, give me Uncanny X-Men, start it over, and I will buy every single one.
Maybe.
Uncanny X-Men 2.0.
Yep.
Wolverine, Storm, All
Either you gents make it to the Bavarian Festival this weekend?
Nope, but I went garage sailing.
Yeah, that's right.
What did you get at the garage sale besides Legos? Anything else cool?
All right, so here's what happened. We went across the street to my neighbors.
Did you stay in the valley?
Yeah, right in Herkimer.
Okay.
There's a
So-
Herkimer Village thing.
Yeah, so I went.
Huh?
Yeah, so I went across the street to my neighbor. I said, "Hey, you got any Legos?" She said, "No, Carter would kill me if I sold his Legos." Little kid. I said, "Yeah, I would kill you too." Okay, thanks. Got back in the truck and we. Gunlock Chris told me to go to this one place. I went over there. The guy had a fucking pile of Lego. I gave him some money. I went home. That was it. Done.
Did you have the money to buy those round and 1/2 manual cards if you had the
Wherewithal?
want to?
Yeah. I just.
Are you bummed that you didn't get them?
I'm always bummed when I don't get. Yeah.
I hear you.
But it's not like.
It's FOMO.
And I don't want to sound pretentious or arrogant, but I know what I'm looking at with comics. Unless it's some obscure golden age weirdo comic that I've never heard of, that nobody's ever heard of, I could pretty much look at a box, go, okay, and in my head, I have a value, and it goes, I got a
God, I wish I
wholesale
had that.
wholesale value and a retail value. I might be off.
I've got some of that. I don't have as much as him or Joe, but there's definitely like
I might
as
have,
the years go on, I start to be like,
I think he's a better grader than me because he has more patience with it. I'm like, okay, that's a mid-grade book. I'm done.
Yeah.
He's like looking at it, sniffing it, licking it, whatever.
Yeah.
But like,
put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
yeah, with comics, I can go look at a box of comics. There's other things that I know about too, like Red Riders. Okay, I know what it is. I know when they made it, the years, this, that, the other thing.
It was on A Christmas Story.
Yeah. But so comics, if I went there and the kid said $200, I could have argued with him and said, no, this is worth this. This is why. How come? History lesson. Here you go, bam, and I could have chiseled him down.
You're a chiseler.
Yeah.
You got a fiddlin' Ben.
Come here, Fiddlin' Ben's.
I love that.
And I could have made a deal and walked away with it. But because I'm not as savvy with, like, I couldn't tell you what a round 1/2 manual card is worth more than another.
I'd have to be there.
And to get out your TCG and go bloop bloop bloop, it would just it was for me to say, yeah, I'll take the whole thing. It's a bulk buy. It's 2.5 cents a card. Count them up. Tell me how many cards.
So next time, why don't you call Spanky McGee on FaceTime? Hold it up to the joint. He goes, yes. It's worth $225. Alakazam.
Spanky McGee. Or take some pictures
I
and walk
told
away
you.
and make the call.
If the kid himself was selling the cards,
Mhm.
it would have been one thing. But the kid's father started running his mouth,
Yeah.
and it just, my brain shut off, and I'm like, okay, I'm walking away.
Yeah.
You know, that might be what you see the cards selling for on eBay, but that's not what the sold eBays were. And I have to pay wholesale. I need a below retail price.
So we got one last thing on this list, which maybe it's a nice way to end our, little
Yeah.
positive sentiment here. Both you guys are gonna, be like, blah. About
Tell me.
it, but
We'll see.
I'm curious, as men who've been in very long-term relationships, right? Why do you love your significant others?
Why do I love my? Well, she keeps me alive.
There's gotta be more than that, though.
She smells okay.
Is that your answer?
No.
Okay.
You don't want to say?
What?
You wanna say
Why?
more
Why? Well, after
Are
20.
you getting bashful?
No.
No.
After 20.
That's just how his cheeks look.
I'm married 22
Yeah, I know.
years.
I
So it to me,
Which is rare nowadays.
Right.
So that's why
So
I
to
asked
me,
the
it
question to somebody who's got that
listen.
much time in.
when you're young too, it starts off like, wow, you have to be physically attracted to the person.
Sure.
So she looked good, and she didn't stab me with something when I talked to her, and I gave her my phone number and she called me, and it's been uphill or downhill, whichever's the easier one ever since.
It's been smooth sailing.
So yeah, that's it, smooth sailing. And, like literally, my thing is like, you deal with that for better or worse.
Yeah.
Vow. And in my case, I didn't think I'd have to worry about that until I'm 80, but I'm dealing with it today, in sickness and in health, type thing. And she's there with me every step of the way, and without her, it would be a lot more difficult. And so I have to look at her and say thanks, and hopefully I'll never have to hold up my end of that bargain. No, I don't mean that
because you don't want her.
I don't want her to. Yeah,
I know.
I don't want to have
That's
to ever do
funny.
that. But if I did, not, you have to, and that's what it is for me.
Yeah.
Ryan might have other comments.
Boy, when I met my wife, I had like a horrifically bad breakup, and I was like, I mean, you guys knew I like to go out and have a good time party wise, a little too much partying for a long. So I was basically by myself for 6 years. I would go to work, I would come home, I would sit in my apartment with my 2 roommates, really not interact with anybody. So I was like a shut-in. Mm-hmm. And then my wife came into where I worked, and I was like, my buddy's like, hey, she's pretty. I was like, yeah. I was like, but you should
That's
ask
where it
her
all
out. I'm
starts.
like, no, I'm not going to ask her
Yeah,
out.
she's pretty. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It has to start there.
Yeah.
It has to be. Yeah.
So the first time I met her, she said I made fun of her. She had like moccasins on. Like, who wears moccasins to work? Anyway, so I started making fun of her. And then we went on a date, and then we dated for 8 years. Now we have a house and the kids. Like, I think, looks fade. You have to be able to be comfortable with this person, and like comfortable in silence, comfortable in the bad times. And at the end of the day, I know no matter what happens, I'm wrong, she's wrong, we have each other's fucking back. And
I know Angel
and I know that I
stands
know
up for
that.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never had, like in other relationships, I haven't felt like that. Like I was like, yeah, like if all my cards are down and I'm fucked, she's gonna bounce.
Yeah.
And I know that's not the case here,
Yeah.
you know? And I think that just takes
Why,
time.
are you in love?
No, I'm just asking
Oh,
because you
all right.
guys are,
Just checking the deal.
you guys are like long-standing examples, and you guys say a lot of funny shit, and this stuff doesn't always come up. So you
Yeah.
know, well, obviously, I could point out the fact that I've been, Jesus Christ, I'm 32, going on 33, and I've been doing the whole start stop thing for like.
I don't know how I don't know how they do
half
it
my life
in modern times with
16 to 32. You figure
with the internet and trying to.
it ain't easy.
Yeah.
It ain't easy, especially when you think that you've got what you guys have got, and then the part where you think, you know, this person has my back, and I don't, you know, I don't worry about that, and then they don't. So, this isn't related to anything happening in my life right now.
Okay.
It's just
checking.
Yeah.
No, I kind of hope, like, you know, for your friends and everybody, like, to find that person. Is
Yeah, of course.
You want your friends to be happy.
Yeah.
Whether that's alone or with somebody.
Right.
You want them to be happy. Some people are better off alone.
See, because when I was alone, I was like, yeah, I'm fine with being alone, but I was lonely.
Yeah, but I'm saying some people are better off alone.
I mean, I do so much shit alone that it doesn't like feel like lonely, but at the same time, once in a while you think about it. Like once you slow down, like because if I'm always moving, it's oh man, Bill would make a Family Guy joke about this right now, but I won't do that.
Please.
But when you're always moving, it's like the thoughts, any kind of thoughts, don't really catch you because you're moving.
Yeah.
And then when you're sitting and staring at your four walls, like people give me shit all the time, like they're joking and they're like, "Oh, you're always busy." I'm like, you know why I'm fucking busy? So I don't have to sit and look at my four walls.
Yeah.
So I can live life right now.
That's why I think the pandemic screwed a lot of people's heads up.
It fucking did.
Well, those people were fucked up.
And also exposed a lot of relationships.
Yeah. Those people were fucked
the
up.
People that had to be like stuck together.
Yeah.
Is this gonna work?
Yeah. And those people were fucked up before COVID. And what COVID did was it exposed it, but like those people were not able to sit in their four walls before.
Right.
And now they're trapped in there and they're, you know.
Right. Yeah. So. But I thought that was a cool note to kind of like end on, because I didn't expect either of you to have bad answer set. And I kind of in a way, I think I knew the answer. Like I've seen both your ladies and like you guys with them, and you guys got support in spades.
Yeah.
So and that
My
sounds like
thing
one
is
of the
that
keys.
the Angie is generally the yin to my yang, which is sort of dumb. Sounds dumb to say.
Yeah.
But like.
Because we have very similar situations, you and I.
Yeah. That's why we get along. Cause like,
Yeah, both your wives look like they could like low key kill somebody. Like the look in the eye. I've seen
well,
it from
no.
both
The
of
other
them.
thing is they deal with two psychopaths, so they know how to do
Too
it.
aggressive,
Yeah.
loudmouth.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Like, have you tried to kill somebody at McDonald's? I know I have.
Mine was KFC.
Yeah. So.
I want KFC to make me some poutine.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a quick question, real
Sure.
quick, KFC? Have you guys had the KFC sandwich that's the Popeyes one? Do you like the KFC better than the Popeyes?
No.
Because I'm going here. This is where I'm going. I'm going drink from from Popeyes because I like Sprite. I'm going KFC chicken sandwich, Popeyes fries, and Popeyes biscuit.
So basically everything from Popeyes but the sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like the sandwich better, and it's not because of the hype train. I mean, like I've eaten them both. I don't like the pickles. I'm not a pickle guy. I mean,
See, I think the pickles make that sandwich. You're not in one?
both of
Did
them.
you try the pickles?
I do like.
No.
I do like that both of them. I think do butter over the top.
Oh, okay. No.
On the
Here's
bun.
another caveat. If I'm eating a plain biscuit, I'm going Popeyes. If I'm having a butter on the biscuit, I'm going KFC.
Huh. Okay.
I'll eat a biscuit. I don't care.
I'll butter your
Now,
biscuit.
I'll also go to Red Lobster.
Oh my gosh.
I think I
And this is what
I think
I
you're
might
on
go
a
to Red Lobster on the way home
Really?
just to get biscuits.
I mean, you can.
I can call an order just.
Yeah, it's not
Biscuits.
even really an order. You know what I mean? They're churning out biscuits like every 5 minutes.
Oh God.
Yeah, you literally. Well, yeah. I mean, you can call if you know you want a bunch.
What's the minimum you got to get?
Half
25.
Half dozen is 6.
No, I'm saying
25 a
you?
person. Yeah. How many people?
2.
50.
I mean, so
Dude,
what's
it's a
the
good
reaction
number.
you're gonna get when you go home?
Nothing.
She doesn't want any.
Oh no. She'll.
So if 25 is what
She's
you would
down.
eat, you can't
When
come
it-
home with 25.
No, when it comes down to getting down,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
both party.
Good.
Yeah.
You know what? So somebody invited me out somewhere after the tournaments on Saturday here, and I really, really wanted to go, but I was like,
Where?
this is the type of place. I'll tell you in a second. This is the type of place that you can't ask me willy nilly. I gotta have had prepared for this.
Like
Oh.
take a colonic and.
Where do they want to go?
Rhodesia, or no, Texas State, Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's
I've
the
never
deal.
been.
Here's the deal.
That's the
No.
flaming thing.
No,
right?
it's where they
the
bring you
swords.
around the meat on the different.
swords.
Oh. Where's that?
It's in the basement of Destiny.
There's one in Destiny. There's one in Albany. Too.
Is it the card with the green and the
Yeah.
thing?
Once you
Yeah.
turn it green, they don't stop bringing the meat until you
So you
turn
flip
it
it
red.
again.
What kind of meat? All kind of meats?
Yeah.
They got sirloin. They got it's all like
Yeah.
grilled on it on
Yeah.
a sword, and they bring it to you, and you take a little tong, and you go, okay.
And it's
okay.
like 50, 60 a head, and there's a
It's-
salad
I think
bar.
it's $50. Don't get sucked into the
No,
salad
I
bar.
don't.
The salad
No,
bar.
we're talking a good salad bar or a
Dude,
salad
dude.
bar? It's
It's
salad.
It's like Ruby
Dude.
Tuesday salad bar.
It is high quality.
Is there breaded chicken wings?
On the salad bar?
Yeah.
No, because you're getting fucking endless meat, and they
You
have
said
chicken.
salad bar, dude, but I'm thinking Ponderosa salad bar.
No,
Alright,
no.
Well, that's a beast all its
They
own.
have
That no longer exists.
there's 2 or 3 soups. There's like a whole thing of almost like charcuterie with cheese and
Yeah,
and,
make whatever
Yeah.
you want kind of salad.
and then salad bar with all sorts of fixins.
Yeah, fixins.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
the salad
the
bar
key
is
is-
the trick.
Fixins bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The key is
Don't
not
mess
to
with
get too filled up on and they have rice and beans because it's Brazilian. No, take a little rice and beans, a little salad, okay, and then you get ready for the fucking meat.
The
And-
fucking meat?
Yeah, and they bring by these things that it's called Brazilian cheese bread.
Oh.
It's dare I say, better than the cheddar bay biscuit.
What?
That's a hard sell.
What?
Have you ever had it?
No.
Is it like garlic bread?
They're like these little fucking puffy, cheesy bread dough.
Oh, puff and cheese are
Yeah.
my 2 favorite things.
Yeah, it's great. I actually want to go for my birthday Saturday.
Saturday's your birthday? This Saturday?
No, Monday. But I'm going to celebrate.
What is it? The 20?
25th. I'm going to celebrate on Saturday. Julie's is Thursday. I gotta make Mexican street corn.
I had Mexican street corn dip today.
Yeah.
I get Mexican street corn trail mix at Target, and it's fantastic.
Whoa, what? Mexican trail mix? What?
Yeah, that's right, bud. That's what
What's
I said.
in
Did I
said
stutter?
trail mix?
There's corn. There's
Corn
like
nuts?
little nuggets.
Like corn
kind
nuts?
of. There's like a thick tortilla chip, but it's like broken off. There's almonds.
Do you pronounce the L?
Almonds. There's almonds. There's almonds.
Almonds?
So there's a bunch of good shit. Fuck you. Next time you go get it.
All right. Fish ain't gonna something.
All right, man. So is that it though?
I think so.
We're at like the 2 hour mark, baby.
Holy shit. Well, Squirrel Master ain't gonna be here next time I come for you, Fish.
Fruit.
Next time I come for you.
But Texas Day Brazil maybe.
Yeah. You should make a
I
plan.
don't want your cocktail.
I like a plan.
All right.
Plan. All right. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Yeah. How much is this trail mix?
Fruit!